A very good evening to my dear students. This is Professor Sapna Sharma from Business Administrative Campus, Modern College, BBSCA Department. So student, once again, welcome back to Digital Marketing course. So our today's topic is all about the content management. Now, before moving to the content management, let me just revise what we people have done into our past session of Digital Marketing MOOC course. The very first session was all about the social media marketing, where we have underwent through the various platforms of social media like Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram. So from that particular session, we came to know how we can use this social media platform for our business, for our marketizing our products, our brands, our business. In our second session, we have underwent through the monetization of digital marketing of monetization in your social media platform. So there we understand the actual meaning of monetization and how traditional monetization is comparatively different from currently online monetization, and how it is using the social media platform for its evaluation and for its working process. Third, we have underwent through the marketing communication. So there we understood the exact meaning of marketing communication, then integrated marketing communication, then how and what level of communication the market is going through. We have underwent through the various strategies that we people apply for marketing communication. We also understood about the web analytics, how analytics play a very tributary role while we are going for the online business for digital marketing. For that, we specifically learned about the various tools that we people use for web analytics, where we have the biggest example so called as Google Analytics. With the help of Google Analytics, how we can arrange, how we can format our particular data, how we can get the proper accurate information about our business, about our advertisement, about our brand, about our product, whether we are on to the high, whether we are on to the low scale of the digital business. Then we also understood the exact meaning of the brand, from where this brand came, how much brand is important, the differentiation between the brand and the product. We also understand why brand is so important. Branding fundamentals are actually being implemented in everywhere. Wherever we do the business is all just because of the brand. So we understood that how to prioritize brand basically. Then we also understood the what you can say community management, how community management is impacting us, what are the various steps that we have to think about into the community management. So these are the few topics that we people have covered so far into our previous session. Now in our today's session, dear student, we will be having a deep mining to the content basically. See, when we talk about the business which is going on online, or if we talk about the internet world, dear student, internet world is lying onto the bed of content. If we don't have the content onto the internet, then why the people will consume the internet? What is the purpose of using the internet, dear student? What is the purpose of using this digitization, this digital world? So the answer to this particular question is nothing but the content that we people get. So let me tell you, you get the different type of data. Unstructured data also and structured data also. Imagine I can give you the biggest example. See, when you see Wikipedia, encyclopedia, right? Specifically Wikipedia, there you are getting the raw data, which is somehow structured also, but you may find that particular data somehow relevant. Sometime you will be finding no, the data is not relevant because it is having a lot of data inside it, which may be having some relevancy with respect to what you're searching out. But if I talk about the structured data, okay, imagine if you go for any of these e-commerce website. So you see how the data is properly formatized, how the data is properly situated. Right? If for example, if I talk about the accessories, so you will be under that accessory category, you will be only and only finding the data into various format. That is into the image format, into some kind of advertisement format, or into my plain text format. You will be getting the data, but that data is accurate because that data belong to that specific category. So nowadays, every particular website, every particular link, every particular area of internet is full of content. Even if you see the bloggings and all, there also you find the content. You know, there is a position into the IT world that is known as the content manager, or content content creator is there, right? Who is only specifically working onto the content of that specific website, of that specific organization, of that specific application so far. So from this, at least you come to know how content is important, because you know XYZ visitor or XYZ customer will be visiting your particular application or website. So they should find the content relevant. Then only they will be having interest in reading that. They will be having interest in implementing that particular data. So in this particular PPT, dear student, we will be understanding. See, there is, in fact, I would like to tell you, dear student, see, majority of students are having the wrong perception that data and informations are same. But I would like to tell you, data and information both are the two different type of entity. Okay. So let me just start with that only. See, we people talk about data a lot, right? Everywhere we are finding data. Data nothing but the content, right? So data ka actual definition is like data is a raw thing that you are getting. It is unprocessed. Okay, which can be relevant, which cannot be relevant. It can be anything. But when you process that raw data or that raw thing that you really found, when you do some kind of processing, when you do some kind of operations onto it, and you try to renovate it, then it becomes the information. So information is nothing but the thing that is relevant to me, that I can use it for the various type of implementations and other stuffs. So in today's session, we will go through these many scenarios. We will understand the actual meaning of the content. Okay, so let us go ahead. So there are the various type of definitions, dear student, with respect to the data. In Oxford University, it is something different. When you talk about in a technical way, or when you talk about the computer, then it is into then it is being reflected into the different manner. When you talk about the encyclopedia, or when you talk about the information science, then it is represented or it is visualized in different manner. Okay, so as per the Oxford Dictionary, it is nothing but the fact that you should understand and you implement it so that you take a decision, or it is a kind of fact on which you are doing some kind of discussion, so that you can generate an appropriate result out of it. But when you talk about the as per the computer grocery, so data is nothing but a kind of information. Okay, and that information can be presented in different way. It can be presented on paper, it can be presented with the mean of electronic form. Just like if for example you will be viewing my video onto laptop or onto your phone, or with the help of your like you know iPads and all, right? So you are able to view the data, but it is into the electronic format. It is not onto the papers or something like book and register, something like that. Okay, the data is same, but the mediums are different. But as per the encyclopedia, it is the way of representation. Representation of what? Facts, some kind of formula, some sort of like technology related type of data, anything. The data can be anything. Okay, so it is said that you will be finding the data from XYZ source and you would be accessing it. Okay, now let me just go to the long time back into the 16th century. Okay, so in 16th century, actually this data word was, it was appeared in mind of people, right? The mind of the scientists, or you can say innovators, or you can say revolutionaries, or anything you can say. Like, who were the founder of this word? So in 16th century, they came across to this particular word so called as data. So as I mentioned into the earlier talk or to the start of this particular session, that as data is being bifurcated or it is classified into two different way, one is structured and one is unstructured, right? Okay, next is, what is information? The advanced version of data is nothing but the information so far. So what you are doing exactly into the information, how you create the information, you take a small piece of data. Okay, you do different type of operations, different type of like processing onto that data, and you convert it into the meaningful thing. You convert it into a meaningful thing, that is nothing but the information. So this meaningful thing will be putting a kind of impact onto you. It will help you in order to take any kind of decision. It will help you to do certain kind of like work which you are processing, so that you may conclude something, you can achieve the desires that you want. So information is also having a lot of definitions, dear students, so you can go through this particular stuff. Information is not only a portion of the data. In fact, you can consider information as an evidence. Evidence means what? Some physical existence is there. Just like, imagine I'm doing research on artificial intelligence, right? So what I do a lot of research and I made a conclusion. I did a lot of study, I collected a lot of data, I try to format that particular data. Okay, I implemented a lot of strategy onto it, and what I did, I, with the help of strategy, I invented a new set of facts or new set of things from my research, and I will implement it onto my book. Means I will gather all those things and I will put all those things inside one frame so called as book. That is word information, right? You're collectively getting all the information with respect to artificial intelligence in one specific area. That is nothing but the information. So information can be abstract, okay, and it is independent also. Means like it can be totally dependent or it can be independent. It depend upon the type of fact that you people are representing. Okay, the type of fact that you people are representing. The meaning of abstract is more, in order to showcase my skills, or in order to showcase what exactly I am doing, I'm dependent on others. I want others to help me so that I can like I can represent those stuffs. So information can be anything. For example, like nowadays, due to this pandemic situation, we cannot stop the education. So in order to go with the education, we people are using the online platform. So in this situation, education is acting as an abstract. Okay, if I want to implement this education, okay, so I will be using the online platforms. Okay, so that I can conduct my lectures and all. So your college is conducting the lectures online. So that means what? Currently your college and your education has become abstract, right? But when there is no dependency on anyone, at that time, that particular formatization would be like, no, I don't want anything so that I can implement it, right? So information can be in different terms. Next is data, information and knowledge. These are the three different things. Use knowledge to establish and achieve goals. Okay. So here I am having the hierarchy so far. See, I have a data, then I convert that data into the information. I convert that information to get the knowledge, and after I achieve the knowledge, I get a wisdom. Wisdom means what? Achieving the goals. So let me just teach you from the start, from the core level. Data is nothing but the raw fact. Okay, from that data I have implemented, I have taken out some information, that is meaningful data, so called as. And after taking that meaningful information, I do a lot of analysis, I do some kind of implementation, some processing, and I take out an information which is nothing but derived. So derived information is nothing but the knowledge, you can say. Okay, and I use this derived knowledge so that I can achieve the goal, right? Fine. So I can give you the example of it. For example, I show you this PPT. So you won't understand anything. When I explain you this PPT, then you will be generating the information. When you go through this particular PPT in a thoroughly manner, when you revise it again and again, you will be getting the knowledge. And when you get the knowledge, you try to implement that particular knowledge into your examination and you generate a good score. So this is the what the hierarchy is going on between your information, data and knowledge. Next, what is content? So it was basically, you can say, etymology according to the etymology. Containium means what? To contain, or container means like it is a holder or a container, you can say. So you can say content is nothing but a data, or it can be an information. So for example, on Wikipedia, on Wikipedia also you are getting the content, but that is somehow unprocessed. You are getting everything over there, which is relevant also, which is not relevant also, right? But when you go to some specific areas, just like Geeks of Geeks, imagine, or Guru 99, these are the kind of technical websites which provide you the technical knowledge or technical programming knowledge and the data and all. So those are known as like information. They are giving you an accurate information, so that is some different type of content, right? So this is what, how it is going on now. So this is what the content is having, the various perspective, dear students. So I have put a lot of things inside it, like various type of the definitions. So one definition is things contained in a list of preliminaries and chapter headings of a book in their correct order. There are the various formulation of the content so far, so you can go through this formulations and all, right? Fine. So everyone is having their own perception with respect to the content. Now we come to the content management. I have the content, but how to manage it? So as you people belong to the technology background, so you all are aware about the different management systems, like DBMS is there, database management system. So management is nothing but what we people are having, we are just structurizing them, we are just formatizing them, we are storing them, we are we do a lot of manipulations onto them so that they should be safe, they should be secure, and they should be used efficiently. So content management stands for management of any content which is which can be anything. It can be any kind of paper, any kind of document, or it can be any kind of catalog, or a kind of article, anything it can be. But the management, whenever we do the management, so that management would be having certain protocols, certain procedures, and we have to go through that procedures, we have to follow that workflow, we have to follow that particular the rules and the protocols and procedures, so that we try to preserve them, we try to maintain them. So content management process has three different stages, that is create, then we manage, and then we develop. These are the three separate ways of doing the things. So content management can be done in two different ways. Traditional way was also there, and web currently internet way is also there. Traditional way, we have to present the document, we have to preserve the documents. But nowadays, since we people are becoming paperless, so we are not using any document so far. We are creating all the web content where like ample amount of data can be stored at a single instant of time. So with the help of the content management, we can, we can expand our website, we can make it more scalable, we save the costing also, because doing the documents or creating the paper needs a lot of cost. So far we don't have to do that. So along with the content management, we provide the dynamicity, we provide the relevancy also. Okay, now, so next is, it is content management is not specifically belong to, like, technical areas. It is a kind of myth, and that is the wrong myth. Like, content management is not specifically made for the technical background. Yes, it can be there for non-technical backgrounds also. Fine. So it helps in various positions, various situations and all. Even you use the content management in various business areas also to manage your business properly. So content management help non-technical authors to contribute content, means can easily, like, if you talk about the IT companies, imagine Amazon is there, right? So it is not sure that content manager should be appropriately, like, a technical person, he should belong, or she should belong from the technical background. No, there we have a collaboration of the non-technical people with the technical people. So content management is a kind of differentiated department which can be, which may or may not belong to like, technical background or non-technical background. It With the help of content management, we can, like, update the things fast, we can manage the things fast, there is a lot of dynamicity. Okay. We can do the management both online offline, whatever we want. Then there is a content management system also, and this content management system will support, so that we can go with the content management digitally, right? So it has these several tools, or you can say it has the combinations of the things and all. So it has a various level of tools, various combinations of tools, so that we can get the desired outcome, the desired web pages and all. Then we have the analogy means what? Difference. There is a huge difference between the content management and content management system. They have their own set of threes. Like, for example, is the same as the difference between library management and library management system, you can say. Bit difference, not a huge difference, you can say. So this is the content management system so far. So see, this is my content management. I have so many web pages where I will be displaying my content. Then I have web content, what I need to put onto the web pages. Then I have web authors. Then I have template designer, means how it should look like. Then I have approvers also, right? I have approvers also who will be, like, viewing the things and approving it. So approved pages will be, is a kind of task that will be done by the approval. Okay, template designer would be designing the template, how it should look like. Then web authors would be there, who will make the particular content, and that content would be where will be going to the approvals, right? Approvers will see what web author has so called as, created. And once they find yes, everything is perfect, they send it to the content management system, and content management system, like, may make those web content in terms of web pages, and that those web pages are being published onto the server, and with the help of server the users can see it. So it is a huge hierarchy. Let me just explain it again. So this is my content management system. What happened? I have a web content. Okay, and this web content is being generated by the web author, and template designer will be providing the template where you need to write down that web content. I have the approvals. So the final thing, uh, along with the template and along with the web content, would be given to the approvers. Approvers will find out whether everything is perfect or not, just like your tester, you can say. If everything is perfect, it would be given to the content management system. Content management system will display the content in terms of the web pages, and those web pages will be published on two different type of servers, intranet and the extranet servers. Okay, so intranet server means what? With the this is the server which is used for specific organization. This content won't be visible to the people who are outside of this organization. So this is privatized type of server, and this will be the public type of server. So content management system will make sure what type of data we need to show in a public area, and what kind of data we need to keep it privatized, and accordingly the data would be reflected in front of the users. Okay, users means what? Where servers are, web users, you can say. Okay, I also have the directory and security services which are being implemented on the content management to make it more secure. Okay, next. So what are the benefit of the content management system? Without this content management system and with content management system, without content management it's difficult to change on most static HTML sites, and also the web pages, the HTML web pages which are static. So it become very difficult. With the content management system, it become very much easy to create, to manage, and to publish everything. Without a content management system, it is time consuming. With it is fast. It is costly. Without content management system, it is less expensive. With respect to the content management system, the data is very much inconsistent. Where if we are not using the content management system, the data become consistent means what? Throughout the same. Okay, throughout the same, the data is managed properly. So far, with the content management system does not capitalize on opportunities, means without a content management system you cannot create the opportunities. For example, if you do the content management, then you are making a lot of jobs, you are making a lot of opportunities for the development of the content. Then what is not content management? It is not a library, means you cannot say that content management is a library. No, not at all. Not a museum, nothing it is. You cannot say that content management is word processing. Like, no, it is not a kind of file or a kind of text or a kind of presentation, right? It is not a multimedia application. Also, multimedia application means what? Where we people can do such kind of animation, such kind of no, it is not a specifically multimedia, right? It is not a presentation, dear student. No, it is something very much different, which is very much relevant. It is not perfectly authorizing tool where authors are coming and they are just creating the content. No, it is not like that, dear student. It require a very high skill and proficiency into it. So please kindly make sure that you clarify what exactly content management is. So content management itself is a enterprise content management. It is a web content. It is a digital document. It is a digital asset, valuable thing. Digital records, you can say, business process. Content management is all this. It is not a library. It is not a multimedia. It is not a simple text. It is not a PowerPoint presentation, dear student. It is having a lot of valuable things inside it. Okay, so make sure that you people clear about it. These are the variations and what are the purposes and examples of it when you talk about the enterprises. So the example would be banks. When you talk about the web content, so they are talking about the websites, the complex websites, you can say. Example is Amazon. When you talk about the digital document management, so it is somehow very technical type of some complex type of documents which requires a lot of dynamicity, and this you people use in automobile users, areas where digital asset management is allow mass of multimedia electronic content, you can say photos, audios, videos. Digital asset management is consist of all those multimedia concepts. So not only specific multimedia, yes, but all the particular different type of multimedias. In fact, it is like it is not only multimedia but all, a combination of everything. Okay, so with the help of digital assets management, you can create attractive advertisement, attractive kind of like newses, reflecting newses, video clips, and a lot of innovative ideas, innovative stuffs. Next, then digital record management, ensuring the critical records are secure means like you will be securing your data, you will be securing your content. So basically, you people use the digital record management in nuclear power plant, somewhere in nuclear power plant where the documentation, what level of documentations are required. Then you use it into the business process management where you strongly put all the things with respect to your client's needs requirement. And also in business process management, examples are human resource, or you can talk about the finance, you can talk about the customer relationship management, that is CRM, sales, marketing, research areas. Okay, this is CRM's spectrum: highly structured, unstructured. Okay, so data for RDBMS, that is relational database management system. And here I have videos, audios, bitmap. Like I have the various data from RDBMS that I will be getting in terms of list and tables. Then formatted description means what, letters and proposals. And I get audio, video, bitmap type of files and all. To example is MPG. Means you will be getting the data in different formats, and whatever way you want, you can get that data. Okay. mm, so there's a DRM. Okay, then DDM, then CM, then WCM, that is web content management, content management. Then here I'm having the digital description management, then digital relational management. So they are so like this web content management is highly unstructured, whereas we talk about the DRM and DDM, they are highly structured format because they are into the form of tables, they are formed into the in proper formatization. Then web content management is what exactly? So see, web content management is something different. You can say the content which you people publish onto the web. Okay, and you people use it onto the internet. So you have a different way of maintaining the web content, like what exactly it is. Like it is something which is available everywhere. It is not available, or it is not only viewed by the single person, it is available for crores and crores of people who are like logged in currently onto the internet at a single instant of time. So this is the comparison between the content management and the web content management. So content management can be both online, offline. Web content management is like on onto the web, or like input and output both are different in content management. And when you talk about the input and output in the web content management, they are into the web document format. They content management will be requiring some software, whereas web content management only requires some repositories where you can store it. For example, like you people have the Google Drive or cloud areas where you are just depositing your content. Okay, cloud repository, you can say, just say for example Git and GitHub is also there. Okay, you have various information technologies put together to make a CM, that is DDM and DRM, DAM. Like you have for the content management. For the web content management, um, in web content management, you don't have the DDM, DRM, and all, right? Because it is DDM, DRM, DAM, they are highly structurized and all. So content management is specifically used where it is specifically used in your organizations, whereas when you talk about the web content management, so It is disorganized type of content so far. So here are the different type of differences. Web content management in different is different from what website management. Website management is something different, and web content management is something different. Okay, so try to make your things clear. In website management, content not managed comprehensively but done on an ad hoc basis, means it is not permanent. Content is not managed permanently. It is for a time period, for a time slot of value. Whereas web content management, they always maintain their particular content throughout. And web content is different from the portal management also. Portal is something different, where portal is the area where you just collect all the information and you put at one specific area, and web content is concerned about the specific thing, specific task. Okay, now history of web content management. This is the history of web content management. So you can say web content or content is being there 5000 years back itself, and it has been taken a long journey, dear student, to convert this content into the web content management. So nowadays web content management is having a lot of stuff, it is having a lot of technology, you can say. So you have different type of web content management systems also. With the help of the web content management system, if for web content management is specifically used to make certain kind of websites and all. It is a kind of software system, so you use different type of programming languages, or specifically I can say hypertext markup language, that is HTML, so that you create such kind of website where you can put a lot of content and that content would be managed properly so far. Okay, so characteristics, you can say it manages small unit of information, some specific type of information, and you will be having the multiple web pages. Like every web page would be connected with another one. Okay, and there will be the linking between different web pages. So the data would be navigating the content, or you can say web content would be navigating from one page to the another page. So there will be a proper linkage. Okay, you will be connecting all the information page by page, right? For example, this information would be viewed on to the first page, this information viewed on to the second page, like that you have to make a workflow of it. So website is the proper example of web content management system. So capabilities are they have a dynamic templates, as you can see on Mintra, Amazon, Jabong, such kind of e-commerce websites. So dynamic they are, they have a very good control onto them. They are expandable also, just like your Facebook is also a kind of it's a kind of web application or a website that you people are using. See how much Facebook has changed, timely manner में वो कितना change हुआ है. Why it has been changed, dear student, and how efficiently it has been changed? Because it is a scalable type of web application which was not having difficulty. While because already when we started making the Facebook, या फिर Mark Zuckerberg when it started making the Facebook, तो उसको पहले से ही पता था कि in future there might be the condition where I need to change this particular website, or I need to change this particular application. So I have to build the application in such a manner so that in future I can change it easily, right? So that is known as the scalable, means you can expand it, you can easily edit the content, you can easily make it a differentiable, you can easily collaborate it with anyone, right? You can easily delegate it. Okay, you do a lot of things, so a lot of capabilities are there of the web content management, you can say. So there are the various type of web content management systems also. One is offline, second one is online, and third one is the hybrid. If you talk about the offline processing, so these systems these are somehow very much static. They're not having any dynamicity, means they will be at one specific position, they sit at one specific position, they won't be having any kind of bifurcation so far. But when you talk about the online, so they are dynamic, they are every time changing, they change on to the demand purpose. Okay, and last we have the hybrid system. So hybrid system is like combination of both online and offline. So some properties of offline and some properties of online processing would be taken place. Advantages of web content management system is nothing but it is having very low cost, because since it is web, it is onto the basis of web. You can easily do the customization, you can easily use it. Now you people just tell me nowadays, who doesn't understand about the internet, about the web technology. Everyone enjoys it, right? Everyone is using Twitter, everyone is using the Instagram, everyone is using the Facebook, right? Everyone is Majority of people are using the Amazon, Flipkart, Mintra, Jabong and all, right? Those all are the web applications. The people are efficiently using them. The people are generating their own business and they're putting it onto the online. So you can understand how much the people are using the Google Pay, the people are using the PayPal, they are using the Paytm. So you can understand, they understand the web technology now. They understand the technology basically. So they themselves, they have become dynamic. So they will be always thinking that whatever stuff they are having, that should be also dynamic. So this is all about the web content management, or you can say the content management, or you can say what are the different type of systems for the web content, and what are the different systems for your content management. So I hope this particular session would make you a lot of differentiation among both, that is the web content and the content management. Both are something very different, okay? Both are having their own era, both are having their own scalabilities, both are having their own advantages, and they are working as per what is the requirement, right? So customer easily understand, everyone easily understand what to use at what time to use. So I hope, dear student, this would have added wonderful knowledge to you people about what exactly content management is. Thank you for listening me patiently. I hope this digital marketing MOOC course will provide you some sort of knowledge, some sort of good level of information about what exactly this digital marketing. Thank you so very much. All the best.